Hello everyone, JFK Gamers 1 here. I am actually coming back up to finish what I started, but it's been so long and my quality has gone down, as you can hear from my mic. The snowball mic that I had before I set this up has died, so I'm using my ring mic. So I'm trying to get some money so I can buy me another snowball mic and hopefully get better quality video to you guys so I can do that. That's what's been mainly holding me back and what's been going through a lot of stuff. There's a lot of home things going on, and lost my job and stuff like that. I got another one. Work at a local arcade over here that I have. But my main thing is I want to finish this for you guys. I know it's like a year late, but this game's still going strong and kind of popular, so I would like to finish this for you guys. I just want better quality when it comes to it. So I'm not going to start on um, battle tendencies yet. I will get to them. I just won't start them yet because I kind of want to make sure I have a better headset and mic before I do it. I'm just kind of giving a big intros. But I did get a question recently about two characters, and I wanted to go over them for you to see if these two were either high tier or low tier. Now, how we're going to do this is not by battling it out and seeing where the problems lie or whatnot. What we're going to do is study their moves and see what options they have in combat that would help them. And that will let you know if they have really a lot of potential, because these two characters, one of them can be used in a really decent way that I've seen, and another one I haven't seen yet a lot of, but I will sit down and look at them. So let's begin with Kosaku and Funny Valentine. I hope I said that guy's name right. So, not Funny Valentine, but I'm talking about Kosaku. So, let's begin. We're going to start with Kosaku first and Killer Queen. Hey guys, JFK Gamers 1 here, and we are going to start this journey. Welcome to JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. And this is going to be a little bit not planned as much versus how I usually do the other ones. That's because I don't have a lot of time to do it, but I can actually still talk about the character from what I know. So if you want to go by how I have everything set up for everything, square would be the light, triangle would be the medium, circle would be the heavy. I have R2 as grab, which is also going to be for his ignition. R1 is sidestep, X is stand, and I have L2 as kind of like the supers. That's just if I want to kind of automatically kind of do the level 3 like that. But I have R1 for that one too. So if you kind of want to have it set up that way, but I have a pad and not an arcade stick. So with Kosaku, the thing about with this character is there's some stuff I didn't find out and know until earlier on. But let's go over a few things. One, he does have I have to fight it out, and that's mostly for close range to get people off. Mind you, the only thing you can do in that situation is do a cancel that will cost meter. You can't do a stand cancel, which you can only use half meter. He has to go through that full animation. Same thing goes with impact ignition bomb, and you actually have to ignite it yourself by hitting down and R2 for R2. I have to set it up. Now, the thing about this one is when using this, you can actually push the bomb towards him twice, and then actually cancel into a super if you feel like that bomb's not going to connect, which is good because you can actually take him out with that. Now for the bomb, when you actually send it off, send it twice, that's all you can do it. That's that, and then blow it up right there. So, all his bombs are unblockable. You can't block the bombs, they're pretty much explosions for it. And that's mainly as much for that side. The next one will be his stand, which has a lot more. Bomb contacts where it'll just keep going by itself and actually blows up. You can actually set some stuff up while doing that, if I'm correct. You throw a bomb contact, you do stone bomb, and then you can do stone bomb. Okay, now the thing about it is though, you can only have one bomb on the screen at a time. So you can't just like overload the screen with bombs every single time. It'll just literally evap the other bomb. I mean, if you want to do a quick fake out with that, you can. But the one thing about this that's good about it, you can summon the bomb and stand cancel the bomb, and actually ignite it or kind of find a way to either get around your opponent and kind of mix them up a little bit. So if you want to throw the bomb, you stand cancel. The bomb won't affect you, it'll only affect the opponent. And you can actually find a way to kind of get stuff situated. Let me throw him. Alright. So, like I said before, if you ever wanted to, bomb, and you can jump, and actually from there you can actually do an entire chain combo, which is just keep hitting square over and over again, and he'll do an auto chain combo. The next one is the first bomb. This is pretty much a place bomb on them. If you hit them with this, they are now a live bomb. So if you want to, you can actually go to a combo and do it, or you can just ignite the bomb and it'll just send them flying. His other one will actually be air bomb cushion, which you can actually protect himself from a bomb. I mean not bomb, from one hit. He can protect himself from one hit from doing this. And that's mostly what he has, other than doing this for like a quick hit. And his super, like I showed earlier, is pretty much a counter move. They have to hit you with this one, but it leaves you really open and vulnerable if they don't hit you. So you really have not much to do on that one. So I would be careful when using this move. And if you get the rain, I'm sorry. So be careful when using the move, going for it. And his actual level, his unblockable level 3, which I actually say it can be one of the trickiest level 3s to deal with. Now with his level 3, he can actually pulls back time a bit to where he gains health back and is put or reset back to the main position. Now the one thing about this move is it is really a way to stop people from waking up. So you can literally sweep, move forward, throw it out, literally right there in front of them, and it's kind of hard for them to react to that because they ought to be on top of them by the time they wake up. So dashing backwards and everything is kind of hard to do, or sidestepping, because it somewhat tracks right in front of you. So you can literally, like, throw a bomb, jump over them, and set yourself, and it's kind of hard for them to actually properly get rid of it. Some characters can actually punish, like, do their super out of it, but if they don't have a super, they're pretty much going to take that hit. And that's mostly it for Kosaku and all of his moves. And actually, I'm going to be a good check everything. Air bomb, cushion, ignition. It's a stone bomb, which is it's on the ground. And then yeah, pretty much. So my take on it is, to be quite honest, he's actually more of a mid-tier character because he's going to be relying on his impact bomb. And since he can actually choose the time of when he wants to blow those up, he can actually make himself safe by doing that and actually coming up with stuff. Granted, that game is good, is pretty much decent, but the main thing that's for is to help set up at least a bomb or something. It's best to actually sweep people back up and then like throw a certain move at them, or just try to jump over them and get something going on. And don't be afraid to blow yourself up a little bit, because sometimes you do better taking the damage and getting a little bit more off of them versus you actually trying to avoid taking damage. Sometimes taking the damage will be a lot safer, because if people are putting pressure on you and you feel like, oh, I gotta, you know, I finally got down to sleep. If you really feel like something's gonna go wrong, you can actually set up a bomb here and actually push both people back and get them off of you. So don't be afraid to take damage, because if you get to level 2 off, you're going to get health back regardless. So, and those are easy to set up because they're quick. It's quick to react. It's quick, easy just to set up for. So I would say Kosaku is more of a setup character. You're not really trying to frontal face fight the person. You're mostly trying to zone them out and make them play under your rules. That's what makes him a unique character for this section. So if you want me to be quite honest with this character, I've seen what my friends can do with this character and how he actually will play with them. And he plays real scumbaggy. And I would say he's more mid-tier, but like low mid-tier, maybe C-. if there's like a A, B, C list. I'll say C minus just because he doesn't have a lot of options, and he doesn't have a lot of things that can, you know, help him combo and stuff easily. But when he gets something going, he can actually get it going. For instance, like I said before, contact bomb. Let me see if I can get it right first. Actually, oh yeah, contact bomb. I gotta, it's just blow that up real quick. Stand on, contact bomb. You can actually do that for it, and if you want, if you actually do it right at the right time. Gotta get it right. Get here. So it actually makes it funny. I think you can actually, yeah, you can actually do that. That actually is a legit combo, which is funny. That is a legit combo, which is funny to me. But yeah, you can actually combo into the air, but you have to actually hit him at the right time and hit him at the right angle, or else you won't be getting the damage that you want. But for him, he's mostly a defensive character. He's literally a defiance of a defensive character, and I really feel like he's more of a mid-tier character just because of that, because most characters in here are heavy fighters. They will get in your face and make you regret doing stuff. But with him, you know, I can blow him up and get him off of me and stop all this nonsense and be safe with it, but I really feel like he's more stronger with his stand on than he was with his stand off. Now let's look at Funny. Alright, now looking at Funny Valentine, we're going to take a pretty much quick glance at all his stuff. For his main, I was laughing at me every time. But for his main light is usually guns, each one being a different speed. Just kind of like the bomb, I didn't mention that, but that's how it is like that. And this move is a counter move, so that's the one thing about it, it's mostly a counter move. Now, this move has different varieties from everything, because each one is just pretty much a different dive kick. And I think he's alright. One of them is. There we go. I was looking at the wrong one. Alright, so you have your back ones where it's a dive kick. It goes up. It goes up fairly far. It's actually fairly effective. And remember, yeah, you can actually cancel it out with that. Alright, so hiding from the next dimension, you can actually hold that for a while, and while the light stays the same, heavy medium goes forward, heavy goes backwards, and you can actually attack right afterwards, so you can try to go for the cross up. But the problem with this is it has so much time startup that you probably more than likely can't get hit out of it. So you'd have to, you know, you have to shoot guns, kind of follow behind it, and try to go for it. So you got to be careful with what you use with it. Yeah, just making sure about all his range stuff. Base combo. Problem with his is that he throws the gun away, and that actually makes it hard for him to actually want to recover off of something. If you have to try to backdash, they could properly punish you with it a little bit because it takes time for you to throw your gun away. So with his stand on, that's pretty much his set of moves. This is what now you've done it. And this is a different version of each one of them. It always hits high, but the light one hits one. So it's kind of a high overhead. That one's high medium, and this is a high low. So if you want to do a cross up, you got a heavy version for it, and you got a medium version to help you out with that too. And mostly, to be quite honest, I don't even think he has much really self-defense. Switching the other side, hitting exclamation, he's gone. Now you've done it, I'll dispose of you, and ta-da. That's one I didn't do. There we go. Alright, I was figuring out there was one more. Ta-da is pretty much just like... Get in the combo. Yeah, you can't even combo that. That's literally kind of like on the fly. That's literally like a on the fly reversal, just in case. But it really doesn't have much behind it. Let's see here. Back to the other side. I've never even done that before. That's level 3. Oh wow! Okay, that actually is kind of interesting. Learn something new every day. I haven't sat down with this character, so that's actually kind of that's actually kind of interesting. So, for the sacrifice of meter, you get to recover health. That's actually kind of interesting. Didn't know that one. That's why I'm doing this. Because I was going to have to sit with him anyway, so this helps me earlier on. Now, CC for Love Train. Generates a fairy. You must on the ground. It makes you invincible on attack. And projectile attacks, however, you will still be susceptible to attacks already in effect. And damage already being inflicted. The performance of certain skills will also be enhanced. So I'm guessing that's for the actual thing. The main thing is to make him the actual best character for it. There we go. The last one right quick. Alright, now this makes him mostly invulnerable to attacks and everything else. But this is where this character will shine. This makes him mostly invulnerable to a lot of things and makes him be able to soak up a few hits but you still take damage. So in a sense, this is what would make him good. The problem that makes it bad is after you take so much damage that will fly off of you. So it's good, but at the same time after a while it gets bad. And on top of that, most of his moves get specialed up. Well, it gets boosted up just a little bit, mostly. But this just helps him not take damage for the most part. Alright, supers. First one's a counter. He's mostly a counter character. And the second one is an unblockable, actually is an unblockable one. And it does a lot more damage when with all the stones in it myself, if I'm correct. No, definitely still the same amount of damage. It's just that this makes you kind of more vulnerable to everything. I thought it did at one point, but I think we were just looking at something where they fixed it out. So, what makes it funny, his light kick is pretty much the cross-up button of the game. But for the most part, I would say this character is, to be quite honest, the character is not crap, but the character is, this one, like Kosaku, is lacking. And he's lacking in a few things. The one thing that makes him really good, and hold on, okay, the one thing that makes him really good, it would be that, it's where I can actually do a cross-up with that and actually plan it out and actually go for it. But for the most part, like shooting your gun, you'd have to literally waste meter to actually make that safe. To actually do do stuff where have to make it safe, you'd actually, for him, you would need meter to make stuff safe. If you ever felt like something was going to be unsafe, you would actually have to waste meter for him. And what makes it funny with that one, okay, I was wondering about the say. Only the light one I thought was only going to be able to be cancelable. But for his stand, that's the only one that's stand cancelable. Yeah, that's the only one that's stand cancelable. And that's what's lacking with most of this, to where he's not shit tier, but he's not there. Like, you could make use of him. He's a counter character. You can counter everything that people throw at you and do awesome reads with him. But the problem is that he's a counter character, and most characters, if any, can stop themselves from attacking. Or find a way to, you know, fake him out when attacking, watch him suffer, and grab him. So what I would mostly say is, if you know how to use Valentine, you'll be using a lot of meter, and it'll make him a really good character. Now, his level 3, to where he sacrifices his meter to give him more health from a different dimension, I say that makes him kind of a threat, because that's like saying, hey, guess what, round 2, let's go. I don't know, if it gives him full health back, it's pretty much round 2, let's go. And that's a good comeback factor. The thing it is, you lose all your meters, so you're literally relying on your skills, which I would say him without meter is shit here. Him without meter, he can't do much. So, if you want my thing, I would say Valentine is a D. He's not, he could be there if used right, but he lacks in the stuff, he lacks the materials that everybody else has. Because I'll put this to you right now, Jotaro would give him a problem. Jotaro could easily mess up everything with Starfinger, could mess up everything with, you know, using his intake and grabbing him. Because Star Platinum actually has a command grab. He has stuff that he can deal with. Yeah, he has mix-up potential, but you have to try to rack damage behind that, which would make it hard. So honestly, I would say in a matchup like this one, Kosaku would really have this one a little bit more than Funny Valentine, just for the sheer fact of bombs. I can set bombs up everywhere, and you can't counter bombs. Bombs have no counter. I don't have to physically touch you. I could set bombs everywhere and let you deal with that. So, if properly done right. So what I would say is, in my final verdict, in the fight for it, Kosaku would be more C- tier, while Funny Valentine would be about D tier, due to the fact of Valentine is lacking a lot more than Kosaku. And Kosaku may have things, yes, and takes meter, but he has more options that can make him really more of a challenge to fight versus Funny Valentine. And that's just my personal opinion taking on it. If anybody else has a different take or anything that I may have missed, leave a comment below. I would gladly like to take intakes. If you actually enjoyed the video, like it, let me know for it. But I will be working as hard as I can to get better equipment. It's hard trying to do stuff when, you know, intake's not as good as everything else. But what I would like to do is, for battle tendencies, have, you know, live footage of me actually playing the game, so people can actually see what's going on, how everything's going on, and what's going right. If you would like to see that too, let me know. But with that said, I will be signing out, and hopefully you enjoyed this quick guide of, you know, who's good and who's bad. And I will see you when I finally actually have the equipment to do stuff, so I'll see you next time.